Good morning, and welcome to the Sunday service of the Unitarian Congregation of Grand Traverse. Good morning. My name is Teresa Spihar, and I am a member of the Sunday Services Committee. I'm so happy to be with you this morning. Today we are celebrating Beltane, the time to celebrate the abundance of the fertile earth. As the planet starts to bud and grow, the baby animals are growing, we too can celebrate personal growth. We are so delighted to have a very special guest with us this morning, Reverend Beltane Black. Beltane is a professional witch, Reiki master, lay herbalist, and ordained minister whose spiritual path has moved through Christian rites, yogic practice, and into a deep devotion from magic, plant wisdom, and the divine in all its forms. From Hecate and Kali Ma to Jesus and David Bowie. And hopefully she's not traveling too far with the traffic that might be backed up out there. Where is she? Oh, I'm so sorry, Beltane. I did not see you. I was expecting you up here. Well, Beltane is the founder of Blessed Be Tea and Apothecary right here in Traverse City, a community hearth for seekers, skeptics, and soul-weary wanderers alike. We are grateful to have Beltane with us this morning. Here at UUCGT, we welcome people of every background, identity, and age. Whether you're here in the sanctuary or joining us online, whether it's your first time joining us or your 100th, we are so happy you are here with us. Today is also an all-ages service, so we especially welcome children and families and the noises and fidgets that may happen in our service this morning. If you are new in visiting us today, we'd love to get to know you. If you're comfortable, we invite you to stand and introduce yourself. Frank will bring a microphone so that everyone can hear, even online. If you prefer not to speak, of course, that's perfectly fine too. Do we have any visitors today? Oh, we have one over there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ryan Liebenow. I recently moved back from Traverse City to Traverse City, where I grew up, from Boston, Massachusetts.
Welcome. Any other visitors?
My name is Karen K. Spear, and I first attended UUCGT when I moved to Traverse City from Northport, and I just missed my Northport church so much that I did go back when a previous minister there was getting ready to retire. But I've reached a point where the drive is too far, and I really want a Traverse City community, so I've returned and look forward to reacquainting myself with the congregation and its members. Thank you so much.
Welcome. All right, well, for those of you that are new this morning, we invite you to grab a yellow mug and join us for coffee and snacks after the service. We'd love to say hello and get to know you. Later in the service, we'll share the joys and concerns of our congregation. You're invited to write yours in the book to your left. They'll be read by a member of our congregational care team. You're also welcome to light a candle for your joy or concern at any point during the service. There is an insert in your order of service this morning with upcoming events and announcements. However, I do have one that was not listed, so if I could please get the following members to stand so we can introduce you. Charlie Bellinger, Dan Tholen, Alyssa Irani, she's not here this morning, and Frank Swinehart. This is our search team for the interim minister. So if you have any questions or want to talk to them about anything, that's who you would please go speak with, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
As we begin, I invite you to set aside the busyness of the week and open yourself to what this morning holds. Please silence your electronics so we can be fully present with one another. Now let us worship together.
Whoever you are and wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here with us this morning. I'm Reverend Alex, your minister here at UUCGT. I use he and him pronouns. Join me in a sacred spirit as we enter this sacred time together. The wheel turns and we turn it. Winter has released its hold. The earth is opening. Roots push upward. Seeds crack open. The fire returns. This is Beltane, the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice, the moment when the light tips toward abundance. We gather today in that abundant spirit to tend what is growing in us, to celebrate what is already blooming, and to welcome the warmth that calls us out of our careful, wintered selves. And so come, our flame is ready to be lit.
Welcome to the bawdy joy of Beltane. The promise of spring is no longer a promise, it is here. We have left the deep meditative introspection of winter and are now into the creative joy of the light and the sun. So embrace the wild joy, the creative energy of the season, the restoration of the sun, the gift of fertility, and the hinge. This is the other time of the year when the veil is thin. But rather than the veil with our ancestors, this is our veil with the fairies. So if you would join me as I virtually come back. Cannot make a circle around you. I would love to. I cannot make a circle around all of you that are out there. But that is my intent, so let it be. We will call the directions. We will welcome those 4 points. To the east, to air, to the wild winds that sing us to sleep, to the wafting of smells. Oh, I'm so waiting for those lilacs. And to the sweet and plaintive songs of the birds as they return. Welcome, east. Seem to be having trouble. And now to the south, to fire, to the sun, which has returned in its full glory, to fires to the burning passions of imagination and dreams of things to come. To the west, to water spirits, we bless the elixir of life, the water that holds our emotions. And to the north, to the earth, to all those roots that we see coming up that have been held quietly in the winter and are now coming into their fullness, to their greenness. We welcome the earth. And finally, the center of all of us is our spirit. May this circle hold all of us in a place of love, inclusion, and interdependence. Because what this holiday is an interdependence, a weaving of all of these things together. So as we weave a maypole on this May Day, we also weave our spirits together. So, to all of us, to spirit. The circle is closed.
Now I will sound the singing bowl so we can enter a moment of stillness.
Would you please rise in body or in spirit and join me in singing our new virtual hymn for the month of May. I'm going to teach you the chorus today. So when I do this, that means it's my turn. And when I do this, that means we're going to repeat what I just sang. So we'll try the chorus together today. And the VE is going to help me sing the verses as well. So if you feel so moved to join us on the verses, go ahead. But this one's got a little bit more meat to it, so it might take us a couple times to learn it, all right? And may we heal these wounds together, bringing love to hold the pain. Now let's sing that together. And may we heal these wounds together, bringing love to hold the pain. Now my turn. We know we will not live forever. So what kind of world will we build today? Here we go. We know we will not live forever. So what kind of world will we build today? Let's try it all together. And may we heal these wounds together, bringing love to hold the pain. We know we will not live forever. So what kind of world will we build today? So many friends who've had to say goodbye.
we good? There we are. Hi, good morning. All right, kiddos, come on forward if you would like to. Leave those, please. We'll get to them in a minute. All right, I know. We have curious eyeballs and curious hands. Good morning, blessed Beltane. It's good to be together. My name is Chelsea Bentley. I'm the Director of Lifelong Learning here at UUCGT. I use they, them, and she, her pronouns. And I have a little reading for us about Beltane and then an activity for all of us. So, this is from our Wheel of the Year book that we've been using all year. And this is the rhythm of the wheel. Beltane, or May Day, falls at the midway point between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. These days that fall between equinoxes and solstices are called cross-quarter days, and often they're celebrated with just as much ritual and excitement. Beltane is a time of increase. As the days continue to lengthen, flora and fauna grow and multiply. This holiday is all about life. It is a celebration of all bodies in and on the earth, plant, insect, mammal, bird, reptile, tree, microorganism. On Beltane, we enjoy and explore what it means to be alive, to breathe, to circulate, to process, to move. This time of year, everything grows so quickly, you can practically watch it happen. I feel like that's true of children. A bunch of you walked in today and I was like, you got taller in the last 2 weeks. What's happening? I don't know. I feel like I took 1 week off and then all of a sudden all the kids are taller. You can practically watch it happen. Fields unfurl into vibrant rainbow carpets. Trees are tipped with neon green fluff and delicate lace blossoms. Eggs crack open and ducklings and goslings parade behind their parents. The fresh breeze carries a confidence that the sun is here to stay. Oh, we hope so. We've crossed the threshold and left winter behind. The birds' noisy chirps are an umbrella of sound for sunrise, signaling their return as they call out for old friends and maybe hoping to make some friends. The energy of the world is high and lively like a merry party. Animals scamper in search of dance partners. Flowers of every color burst into open bloom. The earth is fully awake in an explosion of color, sounds, and smells. Come celebrate this season with the rest of the earth's inhabitants. So one of the things that we use to celebrate Beltane is bells. Does anybody know why we use bells in spiritual practice or in witchcraft in particular? Any ideas? Adults, anybody know? There's lots of different reasons. This time of year, in particular, it's often for the fairies, because fairies are known to be quite mischievous and to cause problems. So sometimes you have to keep the fairies away. Sometimes you want to invite them in. Sometimes we're okay with a little mischief. But often we say, we don't necessarily need you causing mischief in our home or in our space, or this is a space that we want to keep sacred and keep protected. So oftentimes the sound of the bell is known to keep the fairies away. So we're going to invite all of us to make some bells this morning, and we're actually going to use them a little later. They're also great for like energy clearing. So if energy is feeling stagnant, they're great for moving energy in a space or through the body. So kiddos, I'm going to invite you to do this first, and then to pass out supplies to the grown-ups. So there are various ribbons and yarns, and then we've got fire colors and earth colors, so take your pick. And then there's some different bells, so you'll need maybe one bigger bell and one smaller bell, and then everybody will need a ribbon to tie them on. And let's see, I should do an example. So you'll just take a bigger bell and a smaller bell and thread them onto your string. Thread them on like so. I got kind of a shorter string, but that's okay. And then if you need help tying, we have some grown-ups and bigger kids that can probably help tie if we need to. Because once you get your two bells threaded on, kind of side by side, you'll just want to make a knot so that they stay in one place. You don't need to tie it too tight, just so kind of they stay in one spot on your string, toward the middle. And then later we'll tie the top part, but you can leave them loose for right now. And then once you all are done, I will have you help pass out the bells to the grown-ups. And grown-ups, you won't need them until after for a little while. So you can take your time getting your supplies. But if you would like to join us, we will also use the bells later in the service. So I think we can sing our song. And kiddos, we are going to stay today. We don't go down to the classroom today. And I have a little flower project for us to work on up here, okay? So once you're done and after we sing our song, I'll have you all kind of pass these out to the grown-ups. Sounds good? Sounds good? All right, thank you.
Chelsea, would any of the children like to help lead the song today? Okay. They got their bells, they're happy. We are children of the stars, we are children of the earth, we are spinners and weavers in this web of life, and the joy that we weave reaches out beyond the stars and deep within the center of our being. We are children of tomorrow, we are children of our dreams, we are planners and builders in this web of life, and the future that we weave reaches out beyond the stars and deep within the center of our being.
For this next segment, I'm going to need the help of a professional witch to come forward. You're in for a real treat for this segment because we have a witch here to interview and ask some questions about. The spirit of what I imagined this to be was kind of a 20 questions with a witch. We don't really have time for 20 questions, unfortunately, but I do have a few really rich questions that Reverend Bellamy here is really gracious to answer this morning. So let's all just give Reverend Bellamy a warm welcome today. I'm just really grateful that you're here with us. So rumor has it, you are a professional witch.
It's true. I have it on my business card. Yes.
When did you first know that you were a witch?
You know, I really appreciate you sending these questions ahead of time so I could look at them. But I knew when I was a kid, definitely had some magical tendencies, spoke to animals, you know, made fairy houses in the woods, things like that, and that felt very magical to me. But that's not something we really nurture in children so much, or wasn't at the time, but we're nurturing it today, and I love that. I also love spilled buttons because magic is messy, and I think that's perfect. But I really dedicated myself to the craft in college. I was a solitary practitioner and spent a year and a day studying Wicca and paganism, and did a self-initiation after a year and a day, and it's been that way ever since.
What does a typical day in the life look like for a witch?
It looks like your day. It looks like a doctor's day. It looks like a nurse's day. It looks like a mom's day. It looks like anybody's regular day. I think with witchcraft and with how the way that I view witchcraft, and everybody does it a little bit differently, we really live with intention. We really pay attention to what is going on, and so we really try to make sure that our actions and our energy is being used appropriately and is used to the benefit of the collective consciousness and to all around. And so we try to live very intentionally. And we also believe that we're powerful. We believe that we have the power and the energy to make things happen, to manifest things into reality.
So this is a get to know you question a little bit.
Good.
Broomstick, cauldron, crystal ball, or something else? Yeah. Is there something that's like really essential to your practice?
So as a proprietor of magic, I sell tools at my store. We have beautiful things that you can use, but I will be the first to tell you, you don't need any of it. You are the magic that makes it happen. I use tarot cards a lot in my in my practice, or oracle cards just help give me a little guidance into what I already really know, but help answer questions for me. Herbs are very powerful, and so I use herbs a lot, both physically as well as metaphysically. So bring love or luck into your life, or help with aches and pains, tummy troubles, allergies, things like that. So definitely herbs, definitely tarot cards. Those are my favorite.
Reverend Bellamy, what would you say is the biggest misconception that people have about witchcraft?
Well, I think a lot of people think that witchcraft is evil, is of the devil. I think that's still something that we're battling today. Witchcraft is a practice. It's a craft. It's a practice. It's like being a blacksmith or being a butcher. It's something that you can apply to your everyday life. You can apply it alongside any form of spirituality. If you feel like you can set an intention or manifest, you feel like you're powerful. It's also very earth-based, so we really pay attention to the cycles of the earth and pay attention to the holidays and what the creatures and the plants of this earth and the wind is saying to us.
Is there a spell or a ritual that you find yourself coming back to time and time again?
I'm a big believer in practical magic, so I find that I do little spells frequently, like I'll stir luck into my coffee as I'm stirring the cream around. I really like to manifest the front row parking at Meyer. That's a good one. That's one of my favorites for sure.
You'll have to teach me that spell.
It's really good. You think and therefore it is. It works a lot. I try to really manifest positive attitudes while driving too. It's hard with the tourists, but I always say, I hope you get to where you need to go safely, with kind of an angry voice, but we get there. We get there.
It's going to be very full tourist season soon.
Yes,
That
it
might
is.
be a relevant spell for us. What does your garden look like right now? Is there anything that's like bursting forth with life?
Yeah, so this question makes me kind of sad because I work full time. I'm a mother and just very, very busy. I had a beautiful garden in 2020 during the pandemic and have not had a beautiful garden since. That being said, I really look forward to Mother's Day. One of our traditions is we'll go out to the Greystone Nursery and we'll pick out hanging baskets, and I'll pick out some nice planters for in front of the store. And so that's where I get to see life really blooming. I do have a adopted Monstera plant that I had to propagate, and so I'm working on that right now. So my windows are full of Monstera propagations, which are going crazy. So that's what I've got bursting right now.
And now unfortunately, our last question, but you'll get to hear more from Reverend Bellamy soon. What would you say to someone who's curious about earth-centered spirituality, but maybe is feeling a little nervous to explore it?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of information out there and it can be very overwhelming, and I think there's a lot of different pathworks of spirituality, and there's a lot of people saying you're doing it wrong, or they're getting up on soapboxes about what's okay and what's not okay, and I really think that leading with your intention, with your gut, with your heart, listening to the magic that's around you and to what's going on in nature, because nature is older and wiser than us, so paying attention to what's happening there, that's your cue. It's really, there's a lot of people on TikTok, there's a lot of people out there saying lots of different things, and really just trusting your own magic is really what works best. So
Well, thank you for sharing a bit of your magic with us today.
it's my pleasure. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, and you got to meet a real-life witch, so for anyone that, your next two truths and a lie, that could be a great one to highlight. I don't know.
Yes, for sure.
Thanks, Reverend Bellamy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Beltane is a festival of fire, of warmth freely given, of light that spreads from flame to flame. This congregation is that kind of fire. It is kept alive by people who find meaning here and choose to pass it forward. This congregation runs entirely on the generosity of those in this circle. No outside funding, just people choosing to sustain something worth sustaining. Today, ushers will pass baskets with two sides, one supporting the life and ministry of this congregation, the other supporting community needs. You can also give using the options on the screen. If giving by check or app, note in the memo whether your gift is for your pledge, community needs, or a special collection. If you're a guest today, please simply let the basket pass. Your presence is our gift enough. We now gratefully receive this morning's offering.
Good morning, friends. I'm Connie Metcalf, a member of the UU Care team, and here to share joys and concerns with you today. We pause now to hold what has been shared, the joys, the concerns, the milestones, and moments of this gathered community. If anything feels too heavy to carry alone, please reach out to a member of our congregational care team, and you can identify us with the blue ribbons on our name tags. Say it with me, none of us is meant to travel life's journey alone. So true. So here is what has been shared today. May 3rd. Just got wind that the woman who may have been the last of our UU founders died last month. Her name is Judy Davis, but we know her as Judy Gamble. We should all be eternally grateful to those women and a few men who put in the work and time to create that UU fellowship. This shared from Ann Swaney. And that's all we have today. Grateful you guys are all here. Now let's hold a moment of stillness for what remains in the silence and on our hearts.
Friends, now is the time in our service for the stone meditation. As you feel moved, I invite you to come forward and take a stone and place it in this bowl of water here. Come as you feel ready.
would you please join me in singing our song of response, Spirit of Life? Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving light the shape of justice. Roots floating close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Hi, everybody. Let's see. Good morning. Thanks. My name is Bellamy Black. Some know me as a friendly neighborhood witch. Some know me as the owner of a local metaphysical shop, and some know me as friend, teacher, or spiritual guide. I'm honored and humbled to walk this earth with all of you, and honored to have the opportunity to speak with you all today. When Chelsea approached me about presenting, I really had no idea what to speak about. What do you say to a group of conscious and kind individuals? To people who are already actively contributing to the betterment of the collective consciousness? What message could I possibly share in the midst of the dumpster fire that is our current state of the world? I am fortunate to have been asked to join you on what is considered the third and final day of the traditional Beltane celebrations. Beltane is an ancient Celtic fire festival that falls halfway between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. We call these cross-quarter Sabbats, holidays, or celebrations. Beltane falls directly opposite of Samhain, October 31st, on the pagan wheel of the year. The juxtaposition of this is not lost on us. Samhain is associated with the end of harvest, the beginning of the cold winter season, a time of reflection, introspection, mourning, and grief. Placed opposite is Beltane, a time of planting, a time when we recognize life emerging. Life is blooming all around us. To celebrate this resurgence, huge bonfires were lit, and celebrations extended for days on end. Fire was seen as a purifier, a protector. It symbolized transition. It was acknowledged not only as practical, but as alive, as spiritual. According to Ida McCoy in her book, Sabbats, A Witch's Approach to Living the Old Ways, it was traditional to take a smoldering piece of the Beltane bonfire home at the end of celebrations to light your hearth with. This was done to bring summer blessings into your home. Fire was used as a ritual purifier. People would pass tools, cherished possessions, or even themselves through the smoke of the fire to cleanse, protect, or heal. And ashes from the Beltane fire were scattered over fields to bless and protect them in the hopes of assuring bountiful crops. There is something ancient in us that understands fire. It is one of the most important tools humanity has ever discovered, completely changing our evolutionary trajectory. We as a species have survived because of it. It provides warmth and allows us to cook. We gather around it, passing knowledge and creating community in its glow. We have been formed by firelight. It could be argued that fire was the first tool we used to transform matter, to alchemize, to change one thing into another. As a kid growing up in northern Michigan, camping and therefore bonfires were a pivotal part of my childhood. My mother grew up in Ohio, attending summer camps in Hocking Hills as a campfire girl. A member of an organization similar to Girl Scouts, Campfire Girls were the first non-religious, non-political, multicultural organization for girls in the U.S. focused on outdoor skills, camping, and service. Her mother was a Campfire Girls camp counselor, and she, as well as her 2 older sisters, followed that path as well. My mother knows fire, and she taught me well. It has become a privilege to pass that knowledge on to my own children today. When my kids, Eli and Vivian, and I build fire together, we talk about what it needs. A fire needs fuel, it needs oxygen, and it needs a spark. Take away any one of those things, and the fire goes out. This got me thinking, what fuels the fire in our lives? We use fire as a metaphor all the time. We say we need to light a fire under someone to motivate them. We talk about a person's fire in regards to their drive or passion. We talk about burning with desire, or on the contrary, being burned out. And lately we talk about the world itself as if it is on fire. We joke about the dumpster fire that is our current reality. We share a meme, I brought it with you, of a little cartoon dog sitting in a burning room, eyes wide, saying, "This is fine." It brings awkward laughter, but it also creates a sense of camaraderie, a quiet understanding that we are all in this together. Because we know there's truth in it. There are so many fires burning all around us, socially, politically, environmentally, emotionally, and still we are asked to carry on with our day-to-day work, to go to work, to pay our bills, to take the tests and do the homework, and yes, to take the dumpster fire garbage out to the curb every Tuesday. My mother's lessons growing up also taught me that in order to have a productive and controlled fire, someone needs to tend it. Someone needs to nurture, feed, and monitor it. In our family, the role of fire tender is a coveted one, a place of honor. The fires of our social and political world feel like they're blazing out of control, leading us to ask another question: who is tending them? It feels like too much for any one of us to handle on our own. Billy Joel says we didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. No one among us would claim to have sparked that first flame, and so we let ourselves believe that tending of it is not ours to carry. We don't claim to have started the fire, and that becomes the very reason we avoid tending it. It doesn't feel like an honor, it feels like a burden, and so we become still. Overwhelmed by the magnitude of it all, it feels consuming and unstoppable. We are unsure where to begin. We are left wondering what our small bucket of holy water could possibly do. When I talk to my kids about fire, I return to the lessons passed down through generations, knowledge shared around bonfires. Fire has a duality, a harmony. When my kids first approach fire, they are afraid. They are timid and cautious, concerned that the fire will jump out and bite them, that it will burn them. Their nervous system reacts based on lifetimes of primal knowledge. It's true, fire can burn, and if not respected or honored, it will scorch. But fire, when understood, becomes something else entirely. The National Park Service website has a whole page dedicated to fire. It describes how fire was integral to many indigenous peoples' way of life. Many Native nations used fire to clear areas for crops or travel, to manage the land for specific species of both plants and animals, to hunt game, and for many other important uses. Fire was a tool that promoted ecological diversity and reduced the risk of catastrophic wildfires. The term cultural burning refers to the indigenous practice of the intentional lighting of smaller controlled fires to provide a desired cultural service. According to Frank Kanoa Lake, a research ecologist with the USDA Forest Service and a wildland firefighter of Karuk descent, cultural burning links back to the tribal philosophy of fire as medicine. When you prescribe it, you're getting the right dose to maintain the abundance of productivity of all ecosystem services. Fire, when used with respect and stewardship, when honored as medicine, as a sacred tool, when tended with love and care, alchemizes into renewal, becomes creation, transmutes into life force energy. But when fire is driven by fear, by neglect, by lack of understanding, it spreads, it consumes, it takes more than it was ever meant to. It becomes catastrophic. The same could be said for the fires that burn within us. Anger can be a catalyst for change. It can be prescribed as sacred medicine, or it can consume our whole being. It can become our only focus, eating away at us and those around us, burning everything in our paths. Fear can protect us, this is true. There is a reason our primal selves are cautious of the flame, but when fear is fanned too much, too often, it can also control us. It ends up taking the place of our cognitive thought. We get stuck in our sympathetic nervous system's reaction of fight or flight. We lose our ability to differentiate between caution and obsession. We forget that it feels so much better when the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in, allowing us to finally rest and digest. There is a fine balance, a harmony, an understanding, and utilizing the two distinct sides of flame. Fire itself is neither good nor bad, but it sure is powerful. So back to the question at hand, what fuels the fire of our lives? I find myself asking this of myself and my family a lot. What are we offering? What are we offering to the fire? Fear, or do we believe in the power of love? Are we feeling anger and hate, or are we feeding into the passion and growth of the collective consciousness? Because fire does not choose, it simply responds. Fed with anger, it rages wild and devouring. Fed with love and purpose, it softens into something steady, something warming. The flame is the same, but the burn is different. It can be scalding, or it can offer sustainability. Let me ask you this. Do you know how powerful your fire is? It's easy to feel small in the face of such devastation and destruction, but you are made of stardust, a divine spark of the universe itself. I hear those thoughts of doubt, the little voice saying, what could my little spark possibly do? But what can't it do? When fueled with compassion and community and faith and understanding, what happens when we breathe life, healing energy, change, and trust into those flames? Our fire, our little spark, becomes hope. And let me tell you, hope can change everything. You are the fire tender of your own flame. You hold a place of honor around the bonfire of life. You get to decide where to lay the logs of change. You get to decide what exactly to fan the flames with. You have the power to guide the fire, to shift its path, to change the direction of the flame towards something that nurtures, that transforms, that makes space for rebirth we forget. It is easy to feel small, but even the smallest breath, the smallest shift in consciousness can change the direction of the fire. And when we choose to turn the flame towards growth, towards healing, towards becoming, we are not just surviving the fire, we are becoming it. Beltane reminds us that fire is sacred. Our fire is sacred and powerful, and with great power comes great responsibility. So with the flames that burn within, I ask you and my family and myself to be present, to be mindful. As we move into the season of growth, of warmth, of life, may we not turn away from the fire, but rather learn to be stewards of the flame. May we learn to tend it with compassion, with care, with courage. May it yield bountiful harvests of hope. May the fires we choose to feed grow into something that sustains us all. Thank you.
Okay, so if you have your bells, if you can tie them on your wrist yourself, great. If not, ask a buddy to help you. But tie them onto your wrist if you can, or you can just hold them. But we're going to use them for a little ritual. So I'll give you a moment to do that. Ask a buddy for help if you need to. Community is important. And once you've done that, I ask you, or I invite you to take a moment and constrict your muscles and then let them go, and try that a couple of times and feel the energy kind of moving through your body. And then shake that energy through. Yeah, we can hear all the bells. So my friends, in this next song that Anne-Marie is going to lead for our closing song, I invite you to kind of shake your bells. That's one of the traditions for Beltane, is dancing with bells. But As we shake, may Beltane's sacred fire be tended and carried within each of us. Blessed be.
Would you all please rise in body or in spirit and join me in singing, May Your Life Be as a Song. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing with the light and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing with the light and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing with the light and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing with the light and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night.
If you all would like to remain standing and joining hands with your neighbor, or in the symbol of please do not touch me, if you're someone that doesn't like to be touched, you may outstretch your hands, and we'll go to Nan to open our circle.
Thank you, Earth, for your presence here tonight and the blessings that you give us. Thank you, water, for your presence here today, the blessings that you give us. Thank you, fire, for your presence here today and the blessings that you give us. Thank you, water, for your presence here today and the blessings that you give us. To our spirit, our interdependence, our safety, our peace, our love for each other. Though I extinguish the fire of our spirit, it remains within us till we meet again. Dance with the moon, fly with the sun, dance the wind, hear the harmony of heaven, dance the soul, dance the heart, by moon and tide and earth and flower and fire and fruit, we are. Blessed be, and have a merry and bawdy Beltane.